The giant winged creature appear before disaster? And if people had listened, could lives have been saved? Welcome back to Rick's Storyverse. Step closer, night wanderers, truth seekers, and watchers of the dark. Tonight we open one of America's strangest files. A tale of red eyes, black wings, whispered warnings, and a town that would never be the same. This is the story of the Mothman. The year was 1966. The place was Point Pleasant, a quiet town in West Virginia, resting near the meeting of two rivers. It was the kind of town where neighbors knew each other, where nights were calm, and where strange things were meant to happen only in movies. But just outside town stood a place locals already feared, an abandoned World War II munitions site known as the TNT area. Concrete domes sat half buried in the earth. Rusted fences groaned in the wind, pools of black water reflected the moon. Roads ended in weeds and shadow. Even in daylight, the place felt wrong. Then on a cold November night, two young couples drove through the area. Roger and Linda Scarberry, and Steve and Mary Millette. They were out for a late drive, expecting boredom, laughter, and maybe a little thrill from passing through the old TNT grounds. Instead, they would become part of the legend. As their car rolled past the silent buildings, headlights swept across the darkness. That's when they saw it. Two glowing red circles. At first they thought they were just reflectors. Then the circles moved. They were eyes. Standing beside one of the old generator buildings was a towering figure, shaped like a man, but larger, broader, darker than the night around it. It had wings folded against its back. The witnesses said it stood around 7 feet tall. Its eyes burned bright red. No visible neck, no clear face. Just a massive shape staring directly at them. Fear hit instantly. Roger slammed the pedal. The car tore down the road. But when they looked back, the creature spread its wings and rose into the air. It followed them, not stumbling, not running, flying. They said it glided above the car, keeping pace as they sped faster and faster. 60 miles an hour, 70, nearly 100 miles an hour. Still, it followed. Its wings barely moved. Its eyes remained locked on them through the rear window. Only when they reached the town limits did it break away into the darkness. Shaking, terrified, the couples went straight to the sheriff. Sheriff George Johnson reportedly listened carefully. He did not laugh. He did not dismiss them. Instead, he said their fear seemed genuine. He also mentioned something odd. A local farmer had recently reported seeing a giant bird. But Point Pleasant had no giant birds. The story hit the newspapers fast, and once it did, more witnesses came forward. A woman said something scraped at her porch roof late one night. A man claimed he saw a figure in a field, and it crossed the road in seconds. Others reported hearing shrill screams. Some residents locked doors before sunset. The creature was given a name by the press: Mothman. The name stuck forever. As sightings spread, Point Pleasant changed. Some people mocked the story. Others believed every word. Teenagers drove to the TNT area hoping for a glimpse. Tempting fate. Hunters searched the woods. Reporters called from across the country. Then things became even stranger. It wasn't only a creature anymore. People began reporting bizarre lights in the sky, strange men asking odd questions, phone interference, shadowy figures standing near roads at night. Some claimed to experience nightmares after hearing about the sightings. Others said they felt watched. One man said his television flickered whenever he spoke of the creature. Was fear spreading through the town like a fever, or was something truly there? The most famous witness accounts describe the same details: huge wings, gray or black body, glowing red eyes, silent flight, and impossible speed, and an overwhelming sense of dread. That dread would deepen in the months ahead, because the Mothman story slowly became tied to tragedy. Across the Ohio River stood the Silver Bridge, a suspension bridge connecting Point Pleasant, West Virginia, to Gallipolis, Ohio. Built in 1928, it carried workers, families, trucks, and holiday traffic. By late 1967, it was busy every day. On December 15th, during the Christmas rush, the unthinkable happened. The Silver Bridge collapsed. Cars plunged into the icy river below. Steel twisted like wire. People screaming. Rescuers rushed through freezing water and wreckage. 46 people lost their lives. Point Pleasant was shattered. And almost immediately, people asked the question that would echo for generations. Had the Mothman been a warning? Many believed the creature had appeared to signal disaster, that it came before death, that it was never attacking people, only trying to be seen. Others believed it was something darker, a harbinger, an omen, a messenger from somewhere beyond understanding. Skeptics had another explanation. They said witnesses likely saw a large bird, perhaps a sandhill crane with reddish reflections in its eyes. They said panic and media attention shaped later reports. Memory bends under fear. Stories grow when repeated. And once a town expects monsters, shadows become wings. There is a truth in that, but there is also something harder to explain. Why did so many unrelated people describe nearly the same thing? Why did seasoned adults report terror, not excitement? Why did the sightings fade suddenly after the bridge collapse? Because that is another chilling detail. After the disaster, major sightings nearly stopped. The creature that obsessed the town seemed to vanish, as if its purpose had ended. Years passed, the legend grew. Books were written, investigators arrived, tourists visited. Movies turned the tale into global folklore, and Point Pleasant embraced the mystery. Today, statues stand in honor of the creature. Festivals celebrate it. Visitors still walk the old roads and ask the dark one question: what were you? Some say the answer is simple: a misidentified animal, mass suggestion, a perfect storm of fear. Others say some mysteries wear feathers and stare back. Imagine being in that car, night road, empty ruins, headlights shaking over broken concrete, and two red eyes open in the dark, and something huge rises beside your window. Would you call it a bird? Would you call it impossible? Or would you never speak of it again? The Mothman remains powerful because it lives where the best legends live, between fact and fear, between witness and doubt, between warning and coincidence. No bones were found, no clear photograph proved it, no capture ended the story. Only memories, only testimony, only a town forever marked by what it saw. And maybe that is why the legend survives, because monsters with no answers never truly die. Some locals still claim strange sightings happen from time to time. A shape over the treetops, eyes near the road, a scream across water. Maybe copycats, maybe imagination, maybe something patient, waiting until the next time people need a warning. If you ever travel through Point Pleasant after sunset, listen carefully, watch the sky above the river, Watch the old roads leading out of town, and if two red lights appear where no light should be, do not stop to look twice, for some stories are told to entertain, and some are told because someone once survived them. I will sum up this story with a poem. Red eyes burned where the night winds ran, a shadow rose taller than any man, wings spread wide with whisper thin, cold as the dark that it traveled in. Bridge lights trembled on river steel, town hearts knew what fear could feel. Some say warning, some say lie, some still search the winter sky. Truth walks softly where doubts take flight, legends wake in the dead of night. If it returns when the world grows slight, pray you see dawn after crimson light. That's another story from the edge of night. Please like and subscribe to keep the torch alight. Good night.